Happy Vlogmas Day 6, y'all. I really hope that I can get through this video with my voice. But we're gonna get down to the nitty gritty. I asked what y'all wanted to know, and I'm gonna spill all the tea about what it really means to go through post-grad life. This very, very depressing life. I'm just kidding, it's not all that depressing. So let's start at the beginning. As you all may or may not know, I graduated from the Florida Atlantic University with a bachelor's degree in psychology. Now you may ask, why did I study psychology? Big whoop-de-doo. Ask me too, because I don't, crazy decision of mine, but I love psychology. I took a concentration in it when I was in high school, so I just wanted to continue to it. If you don't know, I was a transfer student. I started off as a psychology major with a marketing minor at Nova Southeastern University, but then I had bright futures, and if you're not from Florida, that basically means that I got to pick any public university and go for the free. And NSU was trying to charge me money, and I was like, oh no, baby, we can't do that. So I transferred to FAU and essentially completed my degree there. I transferred and I was a neuroscience and behavior major, which I loved, and I took science courses like science courses, deaf courses, whatever you want to call them, like chemistry, orgo, all of that, the whole nine. And then we got to orgo 2 and she slapped me in the face twice. She actually slapped me in the face 3 times, but we're not going to talk about it. And I was like, you know what, we'll switch back to psychology. So then I graduated with my degree in psychology. It was considered a BA, but it was considered a Bachelor of Arts. But to me, I earned a Bachelor of Science because I took everything that a regular biology major and everything would take. Like I took evolution, I took biodiversity, I took everything. I just changed my major in my last semester. So in my brain, I have a BS, even though I was accredited a BA, but y'all get the point. Now that we got all the introductions out there, let's get to y'all questions. Now the first question that was asked was, how was life after grad school? Now that's a really good question, because that's why we're here. That's the whole purpose of this video, is to tell y'all how I feel about life after grad school. And if I'm being quite honest, I do not feel the best. I've always been a school person. If anybody knows me, I love school. So it feels really, really weird to me to not be physically in school. And I feel like college is the only place where you can get literally a bit of the entire world in one place, some of us for free. And not have to like spend extra money to go to it. Like, what other place can you know where you can go learn a different language, go experience different cultures, join orgs that you're not even aware existed, go to parties till 4 o'clock in the morning and still make it back to your 8 a.m. Yeah, like it's just crazy to me. Like, college is such a great experience. So to graduate, although straight after graduation I went to Dubai and that was fun, but once the dust settled and I got back, I was just like, wow, what am I gonna do? Like, there's nothing to turn in at 11:59. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I have nothing. Like, I've always been a school girly, so it's just weird to me. So I went on a homecoming tour. If you want my social media, if you want me bad and you want my social media, you have seen I went on a homecoming tour. I was like, I'm not done. I'm not ready to let go yet. I'm not. And don't get me wrong, that was fun. That boosted my spirits up a little bit. But every now and then I still get a little bit sad, because it's like, dang, I don't have the connection to my academics like I used to anymore. And to me, that was a really big part of who I am. So it was hard. The next question that I saw was, how did you prepare for graduation? I didn't. Like I said, I didn't know I was graduating. And well, like I said, I didn't say that, but like I said before, I switched my major my last semester, and switching my major caused me to graduate because I was already over my credits. Like, I didn't have anything else to take. They were like, girl, it's time for you to go. Bright Future is not going to pay for you to keep taking credits for something you don't need. And literally, it was only orgo 2 that was preventing me from graduating. So me switching my major last minute and applying for graduation, like, I literally did not even prepare for it. I was not ready. And I think most people that are graduating are not ready for the aftermath. If you're not in a major where like you did an internship during your major, so the job is already lined up when you get out. Most people aren't really prepared to graduate, so it's kind of hard as well. Like it feels like a big heavy weight on your chest because yay, I graduated, but boo, I have no job, I have no money, I cannot eat, I will not survive. It's hard. I don't know how else to put it. It's just the reality of it. Like if you don't have a plan afterwards, it's going to be a little bit difficult to feel comfortable graduating. So depending on like what your major was and how you kind of, you know, maneuvered before you graduated would determine your preparedness. But for me, I didn't have any internships. I wasn't able to like pre-apply for that cycle, so I was forced to take kind of like a gap. It's not a full year, but kind of a gap year, because I didn't know I was going to be graduating that semester until I changed my major. So I didn't get the opportunity to pre-plan to do anything. Yeah. The next question is your mental health. Post-grad, my mental health was kind of a little bit like I said, like school was, I had to relearn how to redefine myself through other things. And yes, I've done content as a hobby for a very long time. If you've been here since the beginning, or like this, which is one of the very few things that I really do enjoy as a hobby outside of school. But it was just really, really hard for me to wrap my head around the fact that like I was not being graded. There was nothing expected of me. I was not doing programming. Everybody knows I was the active queen. I did almost every org under the book, and there was no programming, there was nothing to lead, there was no service being done. Like it just was hard for me. So you know, I really got into doing community service post-grad. I really got into pushing my content post-grad. I feel like although I was really sad fresh out the gate, it was the opportunity for me to hone in on the things I already loved while I was in undergrad, but on my own timing, if that makes sense. So I'm still grateful that I have had the experience to take the time and do that. So yeah, and a lot of you had the same question. I probably have like 5 of the same question. So the last 5 questions are all the same questions written in different form, which is basically, am I getting a master's? What's my post-grad plan? Am I pursuing higher education? Yes, yes, no. No, yes, yes, yes. I'm not getting my master's. I am going to get my doctorate in clinical psychology. I'm getting a PsyD, which is different than a PhD because it's more focused on like a clinical route, not necessarily research. So that is the plan. I actually start applying now for the next cycle, which will be fall 2025. Really nervous, fingers crossed, and I'm also, you know, kind of still all up in the air about getting a master's in mental health counseling because I want to be a child psychologist at the end of the day. And you know, there's not many routes that you can take to become one, but there are other options, and it is a little bit confusing. If you want a more detailed video on how I've gotten to my decision and how I found everything I needed to find, let me know, because there are so many things that I wish were advertised a little bit better and provided and given to you when you do want to become a psychologist. Very difficult. So if you want a more detailed video, let me know in the comments and I can do that. Because we got 25 videos of VLOGMAS. Like, there's nothing I can't do. Thank you. But yeah, so I will be applying to a few schools that are APA accredited, and I'm very, very excited with the process. Although it is a very expensive process, I am still, you know, grateful that I have the opportunity to be in the spaces to apply for grad school. And I'm hoping, by the grace of God, we're gonna speak it into existence, that I get to go for free again, because I don't know what else I'm gonna do if that's not the case. So yeah, but the end goal at the end of the day is to become a child psychologist, and I would love that. Like, I literally, this what I'm passionate about. I love kids. Anybody that knows me knows I love kids. I want 4 kids myself. Like, I love children. I do. It's time for the kids. So I really do want to cater to their mental health. I'm just very excited to kind of step into my field. But to elaborate a little bit on that, that's kind of what the hard part is like wanting to be a psychologist. There's nothing that you can do. It's not like you can do like shadow hours for a therapist, because that violates HIPAA and things like that. Like, there's nothing you can do to prepare you in the middle of your gap or in the middle of like undergrad to get ready to see what it's going to be like to be a psychologist, just because of the restrictions. So the only thing that people normally do is they go become like registered behavioral technicians, and they work with kids on the spectrum, which is great, but it's not where my passion lies. So it was just really hard for me to grasp the fact that not only did I graduate not expecting to graduate, but it was hard for me to grasp the fact that there was nothing I could do in between me applying for grad school and waiting to get accepted into grad school to further my passion or to further my love. It's not like, you know, people want to be dentists or orthodontists or whatever, they can become dental assistants. People who want to be RNs can become CNAs. People who want to be doctors can become RNs. Like, there's a path for them post-grad or even while they're in undergrad. And for me, it was kind of hard to grasp that there was nothing for me to do, and I'm still kind of dealing with the repercussions of knowing that. So it's just it's been a little bit of a rocky road for me, but I'm here to tell you that it doesn't have to be all bad. Like, this is the time for you to, you've already done the experimenting that you needed to do in undergrad to kind of find what you want to do and who you are. And if you haven't yet, having more free time without having assignments to and the stress of academics that it brings can give you the space to find yourself or to find what you love or to enjoy the things that you couldn't during undergrad because there was just so much to do. So I recommend that you just soak up all the time that you have during college, because again, you're not going to get that experience again. Undergrad is like no other, so enjoy it while you have it, and then once it's over, don't harbor on the fact that it's gone. Just be grateful that you were in that space in the first place, and try to find something different that will kind of push you up. Try to find something that you know, like, you will enjoy post-grad if you're in that, you know, limbo of grad school and graduating. Like, if you're in the middle, find something. Me, it's the content. I love y'all, and I always have. Thank y'all so much again for watching, and I appreciate y'all for sticking with me through Vlogmas every day. I will see y'all tomorrow, of course, and I hope y'all loved this video. Keep your head up. Por favor.